I'm resting today. I'm taking time off, do some self-care, organize some things. Did a lot of self-reflection and realizations of life and what I really want and things I want to do and things that I know I have to, you know, do better at myself and how I to get to where I want to go with focus. I've been really tired and I realized that production is so important in life. If you don't produce and if you don't stay busy, your body can shut down, especially if you have a illness related to stress or trauma. I'm realizing a lot of things about life that is very important that the matrix, the illusion constantly makes us forget because we just want to survive. We just want to have like the slight luxuries of life. Like for instance, in the desert, you want to just have AC and water and food. Nothing else matters when it's 110 degrees outside. And even that is costly. And because of that, you have to do something you might not like to do. And you might not have a lot of opportunities in life. So you have to make your own opportunities. I have this conversation with people at work. They be like, oh, what are you doing here? I'm like, telling my life, how basically I've done everything to try to elevate my life. And it just hasn't worked because those things weren't for me at the end of the day. I know that now. Um, None of these things I ever wanted to do. I think I did it for validation for my family and the people I cared about. I also wanted to become successful in the matrix. That's what we're taught. And Dr. Umar says something very powerful. He was like, our psychoanalysis is how we feel that we're valuable, and what's important to us is how much we have and how much we earn. And that makes us feel like we have something going for us. And that is erupting our spiritual equity. I totally agree about the thing in my community is that we focus so much about working and making money and flashing and materialistic things to forget about the real struggles we deal with and what we face. I agree 100%. And now things are very expensive. The luxuries of staying home is crazy. Um, and the money's not adding up. It's really hard for a lot of people. The weather's crazy. It feels like we're in literal hell right now. So with all those negative things going on, you gotta realize the truth. And the thing is, if people, if it's, I realize like talking to these people, hey, what's up? I realize talking to these people that I never did things that I really wanted to do. I did things for other people that I love and to be successful in the Matrix illusion, to forget that it's hard to be a black woman, to totally kind of numb that pain. I put myself third and fourth um, because I just want to succeed and to be validated, to be seen, coming from a family where it's a lot of workaholics. They valued work, they value position. They didn't value spiritual equity. They didn't value happiness. They didn't value things that are actually meaningful outside the matrix before the matrix was created. And because of that, I was groomed, like a lot of Americans were groomed, to believe that that mindset is the key to success. That approach is how you're going to heal all your pain and trauma. It's not. And all these people that chase that are also not really happy and still going through their own inner issues. So the thing is, after realizing that, I'm like, okay, so what's really important to me? Like, what is going to be something long term that matters to Kazi? Um, that would be health. be in better health, that would be able to have proper sleep, drinking more water, able to pay off student things, um, things like that, because then I can start fresh. I could be free of a lot of the shackles of the matrix. And then, of course, I really want my YouTube and my side hustles to thrive, because I definitely want just residual income to travel the world and to leave the matrix. So I got that figured out about, I know what I really want out of life, especially with the migrant issue going on in America, where they're letting a lot of migrants in to replace black people. And I am a victim of that. It's very hard jobs in a lot of places near the border, like so SoCal, Southwest, the South, South, East. It's really getting hard to get jobs for black people because the migrant replacement, and it's on purpose so the black vote won't matter. And on both sides, they're both trying to erase black people. Both the Republicans and the Democrats want to erase black people. Like, neither of them are good. So the Democrats are letting the migrants in, and they're doing a lot of laws against black people and letting them in the very popular black states. Like, a lot of they even changing our streets. Like, it's crazy. They changed my street growing up was California Street, and now they changed to Cesar Chavez Street when we already had a Cesar Chavez. We had like 2 or 3 Cesar Chavez. We didn't need another one. So the erasure of black culture in a lot of these cities been happening, and I've been talking about it to people. And I'm glad people like Dr. Umar has a sound, clear, non-hatred approach to express it, because it's not hatred. It's not like it's the reality of the black. So I know that I just want residual income, get my Patreon and get my products out, my ebooks out, do more content. I need to get residual income so I can leave this country and live somewhere where, refugees are actually black, or, yeah, and there's less war. There's places in Europe where it's a huge black influence and it's African influence, and a lot of the migrators are from Africa. So, I'm kind of doing psycho, because migrants are getting more resources than people that actually live in the countries in a lot of places. So I need to, I always wanted to leave the country, and every year it's not getting better. I don't want to stay. I thought about, I'm going to move to New York. I've always want to move to New York. But New York is also trying to erase black people. A lot of these places that I used to love are changing. I used to love San Francisco, and San Francisco has drastically changed in the past 10 years. A lot of things are changing. So you just gotta adapt as a human being. I know that I have a few more years to figure it out. Hopefully the economy out of those few years, I just need one good year economically to jumpstart something and then sustain it, and then I'll be okay to fully leave and get a different citizenship. Because I'm not, there's better places to go, especially for black people. There's better places we can go to get more resources, help, understanding, community, and cost effectiveness. All of that stuff matters. And I'm not the type of person who wants to rob or steal or do nothing extremely unethical to make money. I've never been that person. I'm not going to rob, steal, scam, con people. And that's what this country is based off, conning people. So the strategy of life is different. And also I realized, girl, you are the most important asset. Your body, your mind is the most important asset. You need to feed it. You need to take care of it. You need to do what's best for it, even if it's not comfortable as out the bed. If it's going to the gym and then going to work, making sure you have enough food, packing a lunch. All those things matter. Taking care of yourself matters. That is a new strategy tip. It's I had a day where I did not take care of myself, and I crashed for a day and a half. I was completely crashed out for a day and a half. One day I can barely function. So knowing that, I'm okay, we have to try a new approach. you know. And I'm taking a lot of these lessons differently. Even like yesterday, I got super mad at work. Like I literally was so pissed off at the managers, the door people. I was freaking upset. I just wanted to go home, so I went and I left. And I didn't say nothing to nobody. I paid my fee. I didn't say nothing to nobody, and I left because I just was like, you guys are not going to mess up my mental health. Any little money I might make from it, it's not worth it. So I'm going to leave. And I did. And I'm glad. And I came home, I ate, I showered, I took care of myself, I double moisturized, I scrubbed, I changed the mood for myself, and I slept pretty good today. And I'm resting. It's really hot today, so I'm not really going nowhere until it cools off and it's going towards the nighttime where it's safe to go outside. So strategy and know your situation. Like if you're in a place where it's like that, and right now, most sunny cities have either really hot, like desert with no trees, so it's really freaking hot and killing. But then you have places in Cali where the ocean sun, the UV rays are horrible, and the marine layer. So you have all these suns, all these things depleting. Like global warming is real. It's bigger than just being hot. Like the sun is literally like hindering our health and inflaming us. So you got to redo your strategy. You know, people who work outside right now, I don't think it's okay for them to work out this side at this heat. They should definitely be in somewhere air conditioned, or they should wait until the nighttime, because it doesn't make sense for people to be outside and risk their life for these companies. So there's so many strategies, and I'm happy I'm a freelancer, independent contractor. I do what I want to do. Most of my income is like that. I like that. And my mom's like, right now, I'm going to get a job. Everybody just talk about this job. I'm like, I don't want a job. I'm going to be miserable either way. I'm going to be miserable at some places, working some gigs. I have one gig that I like. I've been doing it for almost 10 years. It's, you know, it could be steady money. I like that gig. It's almost an essential gig, so I like it. And then my other gig was my passion, and then became my gig as an entertainer. It became my gig, and then, you know, because the economy back and it's so hot, the money is very slow, and it's very frustrating, and you deal with a lot of crappy people. And then, but, you know, I think of the long-term gain. It's like, and I know I'm going to get better because I'm restarting. You know, I took 2 years off from this gig. I'm restarting. I'm baby stepping again. And I just started in the slow season. So it's going to pick back up. It just probably this season is going to be miserable. But good thing is I have other sources to bounce off of. And I'm just going to focus on those sources, getting my ebooks, my Patreon, and my content out more, and do things that are actually like a long-term lucrative as this slow season happens. You know, because that's changing your strategy, adapting to your situation, adapting to life, you know? Like if you are miserable and you're not thinking about, okay, you're not thinking about your opportunities. You're not thinking about what you have. You're not thinking about the things. And I'm so grateful for a lot of things that I have, and I'm sustaining. Some things I'm like, oof. But I'm very grateful for a lot of things that I can make these decisions based on what I have. And I know that, okay, so it's hot. I need to go somewhere where it's cooler again. I'm on the process of getting established somewhere else that is going to be less this hot. Um, and going somewhere better. I'm in the process of that. And I need to be in tip-top shape. I need to be seasoned. And I need to focus more on myself. And I need to do that. And it's a process. But the fact that I, you know, understood that and understood the strategy, I know it's going to be okay. And when I get back into the groove and things pick back up and things will show for me, that's it. And, you know, I really can't wait till the fall time. I don't like the summer because, unfortunately, I don't get to live somewhere where it's cool. And right now, global warming, everything is hot. So it's like I'm not really the summer is depleting. The summer is draining. I do not like the summer. I am personally a fall to spring person. As soon as it get over 85 degrees, I don't want to. 85 not too bad, but as soon as it get over 90 degrees, I'm over it. That's way too hot to be outside for me. I'm over it. I'm over it. Now it's over 105, 110, 120 in some places. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it. That's crazy. That's depleted. So we have to change our strategy and see what we can do. But some people have inside jobs or jobs they can work indoors or nighttime. That's great. I'm happy, but I really feel bad for people who gotta. I used to work outside in this weather. I had a job that I worked outside in this weather. It was brutal. It was so brutal. It was an independent contractor job too. It was, oh my God, I can't believe I did it for like a month and they fired me because it was so hot outside. And I was telling them I need a new tower. This tower, they don't, yeah, they changed me. So I went home because it was by my house. The site was by my house. I went home and they knew I was going home because my iPad was at home and I stayed at home for the whole shift. And they knew that. And I guess I got fired. And I don't care. Because that job was very, a lot of places in Nevada, especially Vegas, are predatory to people who don't have jobs. And a lot of places are, where people want opportunities are predatory. They know this place doesn't have a lot of job offerings. They need people wouldn't be there if they couldn't get a job. If they had more value, they would go somewhere else. Or some people just use it at part time, but they know that it's predatory. And the people that don't even need the job, they're there to be the mascots of the job. Like, oh yeah, this job you can make money. Yeah, you're retired. You're getting like $10,000 a month of retirement money, ma'am. You're 70, 60, 50 years old and you got retirement money and you're bored and you're trying to do this job for sales for extra money. Of course you don't care about the stress. Well, I'm trying to figure out why I'm not making at least $2,000 a month and I'm there 5 days a week. You see what I'm saying? The predatory actions. And then when I had that job before, when I didn't get paid and they say, yo, you can't get paid for 30 days, I should never took that job. You can get paid for 30 days. They gave me my bonus and like an extra $100. And I was there for a whole, reminds you, I was working like 5 days a week in the heat. In the heat. It should be illegal. And the labor laws in these Republican states are crazy. It should be illegal for people to work outside and not get paid hourly and commission if they're in sales. If I'm working outside in the heat, I should be paid hourly. And some people do, oh, it's depend. You get a switch, like either or. You know, it's sad, but a lot of people of color, especially like I said, like a lot of these places, these migrant places, these migrants coming in, they're changing the trajectory of the job placement. So if you're non-bilingual, a lot of jobs that Black people usually used to get are not getting, and it's really hurting my community economically and sustaining our living and our wages. Those things are crazy. So I'm realizing a lot of this, and I don't see it changing because the population of these other communities are already growing and thriving without Blacks. I don't see this changing in my lifetime. I'm not going to suffer in this country. First, I don't even like this country. Like, I lived in Spain, and after I lived in Spain, my total mind was changed when I came back to the United States. I was like, this country is the most ghetto country. This is like the ghetto British, the ghetto you. They made, and Canada's not too better. So definitely want to get out this country, but I have to take better steps. So you guys, I'm definitely going to be dropping some more ebooks. I'm going to have my ebooks, my first ebooks and products on my Patreon. And people with premium subscriptions can get more. And then the people with the basic subscription gets like one a week. And people with premium subscription will get a few of them a week. And also uncut videos that I will be making in lives and topics. And also consultation and advice as a trauma specialist and somebody who used to work for people with psychiatric issues. Yeah, so you guys, I will be, utilizing my resources that I have to kind of give them to you. You guys can help support me in my journey and also support yourself. Because the knowledge that I have is years of being, beat up, and years of societal oppression, and years of not having opportunities, even though I put my everything into life. And no one's seeing my value, but I know I'm valuable. So if you guys support my value, it can support you, because I definitely have knowledge that a lot of people don't understand or don't know, and don't have the time to know. So, I've had a lot of reflection time to know. So you guys don't even need to like do that. I can do that for you. I can summarize and break it down for you. But you understand the information in a way that's more palatable, and getting a more one-on-one conversation or hands-on training to the situation that you're experiencing. Especially for women and people of color, or people who are just going through a life crisis and don't know what to do. You've been following me. You have seen my evolution mentally, and spiritually. I've been evolving as a person, and I see it. And people who watch me, they see it. So, you can attest to that and go through my videos and see about, my growth. And once you see that, you can see that my philosophy, my psychology, this is not just something I am preaching, but I'm practicing. And I've been practicing for at least 15 years of my life. So you guys can definitely get some value for your life through me. I am a vessel. I'm not a person that's not supposed to be working for others. I have great ideas, and it's not even just about that. It's just about my personality. That's not my personality trait. That's why I've always been an independent contractor. It was never for me. I was always supposed to start something, a community, a business, an organization, to build a community of people and build something bigger than myself. I was always meant to do that. So I'm realizing that is my purpose, and that can also help my journey of, finding a better life. And I hope you guys find your better life. I don't know if that's here. Some people are comfortable in this country. Good for you. I've never liked this. I've never been comfortable here. And when I went to Spain, like I said, and I came back, I definitely I had a different perspective of this place. So love to get support so I can live that journey, travel more, give you guys more information, resources, citizenship, knowledge about your communities, what's going on in the world, what's going on in the current affairs, and what's important to people in despair and disparaged people. So you guys, don't forget that. And definitely, I think I'm going to start all this information today. I'm relaxing. I'm feeling good. Probably get some more coffee. And yeah, organize and enjoy the rest of my day. And I'll see y'all later.